The junk that you find on the internet is quite entertaining. A lot of products make claims of more frames per second, better clocks, better cooling, and then they promise this at a low price of $10 to $20. Well, if that's the case, then why isn't it well known? Why is it not making millions? And why is it selling really cheap? Let's find out. So I found this on that old Jungle website. I don't like to use their name and give them more credit, but I digress. And this is a graphics card cooler from Asian Horse. I bought a bunch of their fan kits in the past for real budget builds, and the fans are actually pretty decent, good quality. This was like $20 or $25, and reading the reviews, some people say yay, some people say nay, and some people say okay. So I'm curious to see how well it works. So let's open it up and I'll kind of explain how it's supposed to work. This is good to have, good sound dampeners. So that's already a plus. That's like $1 right there. And it comes packaged like this. I think this is the, yeah, this mounts onto it. Okay. Let's open it up. And these are our fans as these screws are falling out. So from what I gather, it's supposed to mount and it's supposed to bring in fresh air from the bottom of your case and blow it onto your graphics card. Some people make claims of 5 to 10 degrees difference, better overclocks, more FPSs, yada yada yada. For $20 to $25, I figured why not, and let's see if it lives up to its height. Now, the first thing first, which is more important, which you know you're going to get better gaming performances, is that it has RGB. I mean, if you don't have RGB in your computer, you're missing out like at 20 to 30 frames per second. One red flag, it only has a 3-pin, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but with 3 pins, they're just annoying to control, so it is what it is on that. I could probably use a low noise reduction that Notchquest sells because, you know, that might help quiet these fans, but I'm not going to use that just yet. I'm actually going to run it as is, full beans, and see how much performance gains I get for it. You got your 3-pin addressable RGB, so that's, you know, kind of nice if you plug that into your motherboard. And allegedly, well, I read it somewhere, but allegedly it's supposed to work perfectly fine with a lot of the motherboard software, like Asus, Orange Sync, and all that stuff like that. I bought this with my own money. It is not sponsored by no means, but I figured for $20, I mean, if it lowers my temps and quiets down my 3080 Ti, it might be worth it. Or I might have just wasted my money. Or I might have just gotten some more FPSs because this thing has RGB. So before we go crazy putting this thing together and everything, let's go ahead and get a baseline. So 3080 Ti, 5950X, yada yada, all that good stuff. I've been running Heaven benchmark at 1080p extreme, and we've been sitting for about 30 minutes at 86, sometimes 87 degrees Celsius. So that's our baseline, 86, 87. And that would kind of be an ideal situation if you're gaming hardcore for a long time. So that's where we're going to start. And let's see if this thing brings it down any. So my first red flag, and one thing I don't like about this, is that it doesn't have instructions. I mean, come on guys, really? Maybe it has that QRC code or whatever. I don't see it, so we have to kind of look at the pictures and guess how it goes. That's great. So I'm not too much of a smart man, but I'm just going to use a little common sense over here. So because it says Asia Horse right over here, I imagine it's supposed to go this way, which, you know, that's fine. And then considering the way this looks, I'm imagine this is going to kind of get shoved in. Oh, this is tight. That's pretty tight. Yep, kind of like so. So if you look, the little tab kind of goes inside this channel right over here. This goes right over there. And yeah, that's supposed to kind of go like that. Now they give you this so it can make it look pretty in the back of your computer. And I'm going to imagine that it goes kind of this way. And as you can see, it kind of not machined perfectly. So that's going to be flipping awesome. Yeah. So great. Now they do give you several of these screws, which is kind of nice. And because I don't really feel like fighting with it, I'm just going to use a drill and just kind of go overkill with it. Okay. And we'll put one on the back. And you probably shouldn't tighten these things all the way, but, you know, I mean, that is tight. I mean, that's, you know, okay. And I guess the whole wiring should kind of go this way and get hidden that way, but, you know, that's just more wiring that we have to do for our setup just to make it look pretty. So now this one should go this way, and that's where it gets interesting. So what I'm going to try to do is just kind of fill it in right there. I'm not going to tighten it all the way until the bottom kind of lines up. In fact, actually, I think that if we run the RGB cables through here, have it come out through here, it might look neater. Not that I care too much about it, but, you know, I want to use it as it was intended. Yeah, that might work. Overkill impact driver. Check. Like I said, I'm not tightening all the way because I really just want to make sure this fits. And the good thing is they give you 2 extra screws. Unless I'm forgetting to put something in. But I doubt it. But then again, I'm not sure. Oh, awesome. That just went ahead and broke completely. That's just fantastic. Yeah, that's, you know, fantastic. Great. So this is why instructions would have been great. Because if you look at this one is smaller than that one. Well, actually, no, these are the 2 same ones. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, this one is smaller than that one. I know you really can't see it. But yeah, it's probably like maybe two threads smaller. And the reason why is that the longer ones go in the front and the shorter ones go in the back, which had I had instructions, that would have kept me from breaking this. But I think we can make it work, and it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Everything is tight, and yeah, that's gonna be fun to put in. And then another thing about it is, like, on the back, why am I missing screws back here? I mean, that just totally doesn't make sense. And then these screws are just kind of offset and cattywampus. So far I'm not impressed with the quality of this, as it just makes no sense. Yeah, it's just poorly put together. But I mean, for 20 bucks, and that obviously doesn't go there. I mean, why not just put the screws in there? That just makes no sense. I mean, really? We're just gonna run it as is. So, all right, there it goes. All right, so insulation, and let's kind of mock this up. So I got 2 options. I could put it right over here, but if you look at it, I mean, it's really right on top of those fans. I don't know if that's gonna be an issue. And like I said, it has no instructions, so I'm not sure if that's exactly designed how it's supposed to work. But then if I put it over here, it won't be as the top of the fans. Looks like it would actually work and be decent that way. So I'm going to try it here, and then maybe I'll move it up and see if it makes a difference in the performance. But let's start right here first. So this is going to be fun. You're supposed to leave these in, and then as it kind of goes over it, that's what kind of, you know, keeps it to looking pretty. But then you let them go. Yeah. Great. Okay, so, and I want to leave these in and kind of give it the full effect. I don't want to give this product any more advantage than it really needs. So I think the way I'm going to start this first is I do have a 4-pin right over there that I'm going to plug the 3-pin in, and I have the 3-pin RGB. So I'm going to plug those in first, and that way I don't have to worry about it. And at least they give you plenty of slack, and you can daisy chain it if need be. All right. So now your motherboard may be different. Kind of keep that in mind. Luckily, I have one over here. This is the X570 Hero 8912 2000. It's an X570 Hero. And there's a port right down here, so that's good. If you don't have it down here, then you might have to start wiring and doing some hokey pokey just to kind of get it all wired up. But considering they give you a decent amount of slack, if you actually had to go down over here and come around through these cable channel, especially on this case or most cases, you should be able to knock it out. So now this is where the fun begins. The only reason why I say fun is because I gotta get these things in place, and I probably need about 2 more hands to kind of hold everything. Yeah. So far, it's not simple. I'm gonna need more space. Let me turn the camera off. When I come back, hopefully I should have this figured out. Yeah, that probably took me way longer than it should have to install. And the issue is that you have with it is because you have that bracket on top of this bracket, it's hard to get the screw in, and then you got to hold these up. So using about 747 different hands in different positions, I was finally able to get it mounted. But the thing is kind of driving me nuts. Well, I guess it's not terrible. It just seems like it's high over here, which, okay, I guess you could bring it down. But then it's kind of caught on my, there we go. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Except over here in the back, that just kind of looks awful. But you won't see it, and if the performance is there, then maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. Let's fire it up, and let's see if this thing works. Well, the RGB works. It looks okay, as RGB as it should be. Now, been running this for 30 minutes. Our temperatures, 86, 87. Our fans are no quieter. So, yeah, no performance gains at all. Not surprised. What I'm gonna do now is move it up 1 slot closer to the graphics card, see if it makes any difference, which I doubt, but at least that way I can say that we ruled out options. All right, so we moved it up right on the slot below the graphics card. And let's see, it's been running for 30 minutes. Let's check our temperatures, and our temperatures, 86, 87 degrees. No change whatsoever. So in my opinion, this product is junk. There's no point to it. It sits crooked, it's hard to install, there's no instructions, and you're not getting any performance gains out of this whatsoever. I mean, granted, if we had gotten at least 5 degrees, I would say it might be worth it, but my temperatures are the same. The fans are still full blast. It is noisy, so yeah. Unless I'm missing some special way to install it. And I will say, I do have the 3-pin in. It's running full blast. The fans are 100% on that, which I will say that they're not as noisy as I thought they would be. But this product is definitely a letdown and disappointed. So, guys, when you see that stuff on Amazon, you know, promising more FPSs and all that good stuff, if it's cheap for a reason. And honestly, I don't even see an advantage of this unless you're just big into that type of aesthetic. So, definitely comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. And if you saw that I missed something or maybe installed something incorrectly, definitely let me know. Thanks for watching the video, and if you want to see more junk from Amazon that people buy or just worthless, subscribe and hit the notification bells. And as always, we'll see what we come up with next.